Hello everyone, it's Vinny here, and this is a new series of things I'm trying to do. It's a vlog, as you can tell, so I'm gonna keep things a little informal here, and hopefully it will, spark a new trend of videos I'll be doing. I mean, if you like it, please leave a comment below, it really helps. And this entire thing is gonna be shot on my GoPro 9 without any mods, no mic mods, no lens mod. Anyway, the reason I wanted to do this video is because I bought this guitar and I wanted to do a proper review of it for very long, and life things has been really busy for me. I've been playing the guitar and I have not got time to do a proper video, a proper coverage of this guitar. And before I could even do that, I've already encountered the first major problem. If you don't know, I'm actually in a studio. My studio is actually in this shop house that is built in 1969. So it's a very old building. Trust me, the floors, the steps kind of look tipsy-topsy. If you put a round ball, the round ball will find its way to the lowest point of the floor, the building. It's scary, and the stairs that leads down to the ground floor is, irregular. So it gives people the headache to walk down the stairs at times. So anyway, because of that, I believe it is the main reason what I've been battling with, which is electrical noise in this building. I have been battling it, but not so much of a problem, because all this while I have been using my humbucker guitars, and I have been a humbucker person for all this while, because I thought that they are cleaner, they are less of a problem, there's no 60 Hz hum cycle, and yeah, so generally I have been using humbuckers and it has not been giving me any problem. That is until I decide to get myself the Strat. I mean, the other reason I don't get a Strat all this while is because I thought that you must be worthy enough to own a Strat.
You're all not worthy.
So I don't think I was worthy enough, as in terms of technicality, in terms of playing style. I don't necessarily fit a Strat, or rather the Strat don't fit me, right? So I have never bought a Strat, but I thought, yes, maybe it's time, after playing the guitar for so long, maybe I should just invest on a cheap Strat. And trust me, other than the noise issue, this guitar is really mind-blowing. But because of the noise issue, this guitar is also mind-blowing in the wrong way. So I'm set to want to see what I can do to reduce the noise. I actually ordered copper tapes off the internet, ready to be shipped to me, but the local guy is actually not local and told me that, oh hey, we don't have the copper tape in stock, and you probably need to wait for another 10 days before I can ship it to you. I said, okay, no thank you, I'll cancel the order. And I went straight down to my local art shop. I went down to my local art supply store and I got myself this. This is a big sheet of copper. Okay, it's pure copper at 0.005 inch thick. 0.005 is very thin. In fact, it's so thin that it is actually protected with another piece of cardboard so that it does not crumple. And this is actually sold for art students to hammer on some kind of embossed pattern onto their artwork. It's not actually designed for me to do shielding on the electric guitar, but I thought this will do. Well, I also bought some double-sided tape to go along. I'm actually not too sure how this will turn out, but I want to do this as a vlog to share my experience going through problem solving this ground noise issue. Perhaps a better way for me to show you about this ground noise, the electrical noise issue, is actually to plug into my amplifier and just show you how terrible it can be. So this is now with my volume knob off, and as you can tell, it's okay, nice and quiet in the studio. But as soon as I turn the volume knob on, you can hear the ground noise. And I mean, that is the 60 Hz noise. And if I turn on my tube screamer, it's very audible, alright? I mean, it is as audible as my speech right now. Did you hear that pop? That is because someone else in the room switched on and off some electrical device in the unit. And that does not only apply to my guitar amplifier, it is also evidenced in my monitor speaker and everything. This is really bad. There we go again, it just popped again. I'm not too sure if you can hear that. But yes, it is. So, I mean, nobody probably used this to do some heavy metal music, but if I were to just turn my JHS Paul Gilbert pedal, I mean, that is not a heavy metal pedal, but it's quite high gain at the moment. Ew, that is really bad. I think what's going on here is that my ground wire in my room is connected to the ground wire in the next room and in the next room and the next room. There's quite many rooms in this studio, so if they are all connected and one of them is producing a noise issue, then this will be a problem. And here's the thing, when I'm doing my video like this right now, I'm actually using some studio lights, LED lights, and they are cool and nice. But when I'm teaching my students, I'm actually using these are not fluorescent, these are, I'm not too sure if you can see, these are actually LEDs. I've switched it to LEDs because of noise issue. I've tried to eliminate them, but they look like fluorescent too, and they still produce noise problem. Let me just switch them on and you can hear it. And to make it worse, when I teach my student, I'm facing this direction, right? I'm facing my student where they sit here, and that's where the noise will get worse. Watch. It's kind of if I'm in phase or out of phase of that noise, you know. It's the same reason how humbucker cancel out the 60 Hz cycle noise by cancelling the phase of the two pickups, and in return reduce that 60 Hz cycle noise. So if I'm facing here, I'm not too sure if it's in sync or out of sync, but there is the noise, right? As soon as I turn 90 degrees away from the amplifier, noise is gone. So that is one thing I'm gonna try to eliminate with this, because what the copper sheet does when they are placed inside the pickup cavity is to create this thing called the Faraday cage. And if you have been to a concert theater and you wonder why your mobile phone is not receiving any reception, that is because the whole theater is a huge, humongous Faraday cage where they'll block out any signal from the outside world into the theater. And that's the reason why you don't get annoying phone ringing in the middle of a show. And before I dismantle this guitar, may I ask you to take a moment to click on the subscribe button, as this will really help my channel to grow. I understand that if you look at my subscription rate right now, I'm really far away from the 100,000 subscriber goal, but it is a goal that I'm humbly working towards too. And from my understanding, YouTube's algorithm works in this way whereby if most of the viewers are his subscribers, and then YouTube will want to push this video to more people to get more subscribers for this channel. So if most of my viewers right now are my subscribers, then the YouTube will make my channel more publicly viewable to people who are not my subscribers. Does that make sense to you? Alright, enough of me talking. Let's get to work and see if we can eliminate this noise issue. So finally fitted everything together. This is gonna be either a great success or a huge waste of everyone's time. Less of your time, most of my time, but it's still gonna be a waste of everyone's time if this Faraday cage idea actually don't work on Stratocaster. I'm very curious if it's gonna work. I just tune up the guitar. Hopefully it work. Here we go. Wait a minute, no sound? Murphy's Law, shit's gonna happen, right? So what happened was that my 5-way switch was swapped out because this is the original 5-way switch they came with. I don't really like that because it's rather stiff to switch around. So I swapped for an Ernie Balls version. And that happens to be just a little bit longer or taller than the original one, and in return it is actually touching the copper plate. So Murphy's Law, right? So it grounded the signal right away, and well, I fixed that. And now, for the first time, let's hear if, let me turn off my whatever compressor. So for the first time, I'm gonna turn on the volume knob and see if it makes a difference after all this massive effort. Here we go. Oh cool! It's working! Let's switch to the second position. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. A little sketchy. Cool, no sound. I noticed that every time I change a position there is a little... But now it's not doing it anymore. There you go. I guess what I'm experiencing is very bad and loose connection underneath my shielding, but at this moment it is working. Listen to it. It's bliss, there's no sound. Oh yeah, what if I add a drive? Let's put the tube screamer on. Yeah, I can hear the drive coming in, but I think it is manageable at the moment. Yeah, it's kinda cool. Can you believe that I've bought this guitar for quite a while now and I've never ever used the bridge pickup by itself because of the noise issue? Oh yeah, now it's working! So thank you for sticking to the end of the video. Did the copper shielding actually help with my noise issue? Yes and no. If you listen carefully, you can still hear the 60Hz cycle noise when I switch to either the bridge pickup or the neck pickup. That is because that is the characteristic of the single coil pickup. If I want to go truly noiseless, perhaps I should be going for humbucker setup instead. And coincidentally, I don't think I can use the word, but most of my guitars are set up with humbuckers. So this is truly my first-hand experience with single coils, and what a nightmare it has been so far. Will I do it again? No. Now that I've proven the point that yes, the copper shielding do remove most of the noise, I will actually send my guitar to a proper technician who can do it way cleaner, way better, and it will cut me a lot of downtime. If you're gonna do this yourself, I will strongly encourage you not to go for the copper sheet route that I took, because the edges of the copper sheet are so sharp. I feel like I was working with like razor blades, and I have micro cuts on my fingers. This means that I incurred more downtime for practicing my guitar. So if you like this video, do remember to do the YouTube drill of like, share, and subscribe. That will help me much steadily towards my 100,000 subscribers dream. I feel like I'm growing old waiting for that 100,000 subscribers. Thank you for watching. I'm Vinny, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. GoPro stop recording.